Hello and welcome to Nano Yoga. This is a walking video. I've been meaning to upload this topic and then I overthought it and then I didn't do it. So I just thought, as I'm walking back to my house and I'm about to write a newsletter on the subject of not feeling enough, I thought I'll just video myself walking back in this lovely forest. I live in the forest, in the mountains of Japan, and I thought I would just get this out there without tripping on vines, hopefully. So the topic today is not feeling enough, and I'm relating it to the Feel Good course, which you can sign up to for the waiting list below. Oh my god, that was a stick, nearly struck me down. And the topic of not feeling good enough is something that I've been really really deeply subconsciously feeling, and it stops me from doing many things, like for example making this video where I don't just go with the flow and feel creative and just post something or share something, and then all of the ways things should be done from a marketing perspective, from other experts, comes into my mind and stops me from just doing what actually feels very nice to talk about and to create, because at the end of the day, social media is about connecting, it's about sharing our experiences, and hopefully also that connects with you while you're watching this. So the topic of not feeling good enough is, it stops me from creating content, from making yoga lessons, and I wanted to do a yoga class relating to not feeling good enough, but I actually already made a video like that, so I will add it in the thing right here so you can all hear, and then you can sort of click on that if you'd like to watch it. But I'm going to try and be more consistent with creating content. It's so beautiful. Look at the stream. Looks a little bit different from this angle. Maybe you can see it here. A little bit of a nature break. So yeah, not feeling good enough. Perhaps it's something that you also relate to, that also stops you from sort of, like, you're ambitious and you have lots of ideas and lots of dreams, but then there's something that's stopping you. And I had a really great coaching call by Cindy Ho. She lives in Sydney. She is a graduate of Simone Seol, who's like this marketing expert extraordinaire, amazing woman from America. And she very much talks about something that she said when I was consuming her content, was about like when you're creating a business, there's a lot of subconscious things that are perhaps keeping you from pushing forwards. And this is what we did in the hour-ish long session with Cindy, and she it was really great. It was really thinking of the feeling of restriction that I get here, of like creating not just content, but creating an offer for you guys to do with yoga and what it is that I want to create as a service. And for me, the service that I want to create is to show that yoga is so much more than just yoga poses, because that's just actually a very visual, but actually only a very small part of yoga. And actually the yoga sort of starts once you get off of your yoga mat. I don't know if you can see these super beautiful flowers. You might see all the dragonflies flying around. So nice. Oh, it's quite warm. It was really cold at home, that's why I was wearing this. It is now autumn, even though it looks really green. So anyway, on the subconscious level of not feeling good enough, it might be something that for me, for example, like I said, again, it reverberates into this sort of creating a business and feeling at ease with creating and producing something. And even if it's talking about not feeling good enough, it still relates to teaching yoga, and yoga itself again, like I just mentioned before I got distracted by the pretty purple flowers, is that it is actually a practice to help you gain self-awareness and for you to kind of detach yourself from things, many things that we all in this capitalist society really like gun for, is that the correct word? That we all think that we want, but actually perhaps it's, really not. And a thing that I'm trying to do with not feeling good enough, I think the coaching call was something that I really wanted to do, and I'm really glad I did it. It has made me, perhaps it'll help you too if you're thinking of creating a business, or you are doing a business of your own, or perhaps even in your work, because at the end of the day, a lot of people's work is communicating with people and selling. If you're not in that section, you'll still have to communicate something with someone else. And essentially, this restriction that I have, this not feeling good enough and then not producing or not taking action, I'm thinking too much about myself. And I know that if I looked at myself with more compassion as I would to a really good friend, I would actually be kind and I'd be encouraging, and I wouldn't really pay that much attention to every single thing that's done, to the point where I would judge everything to not do anything and not take any action. And that's, for me, that's what being not good enough is like. Not reaching out to a friend because I'm thinking, oh, I'll be a bit, they're busy and I don't matter. And it's not true, I do matter. And perhaps they're just waiting for me to get in touch. I just met with a friend who has kids, and she brought her gorgeous little daughter, and we just had coffee. And I have to make an effort with mums, for example, because they have busy evenings and weekends with their families, so I have to meet them on weekdays, and I can do that and just take the time out of whatever work I'm doing. So I hope this makes sense. And the other thing with not feeling enough, hopefully you can hear me over this rumbling river, is I'm trying to I listened to a really great podcast. I believe her name is Tran, and she is a coach for executives and so on, but I really like her style. And she talked about this lack of confidence and working on how you would like to feel. And I've also, I think it's been my 13th night in a row of journaling and writing 10 affirmations. So for you, if it's also about not feeling good enough, I would write, I have been writing, it's changed from night to night, but I am enough, I am worthy, I am capable, and I take action. And that has been, in a weird way, like really working for my this sense of not feeling good enough. And it's actually been really helping me, so that's what I'm sharing with you. She did say to do hypnotherapy, perhaps if you can afford it, to do a private session where they make one that's specifically for you. I did listen to one based on another client's on Spotify. I can share that with you as well. But I'm a bit like rubbish even with yoga nidra, like as I go to bed, because I sleep in the same bed as my partner. I had my earphones in. I think I've just been bitten, and it was really annoying to put the earphones back in their correct spot. So I haven't done it since, but perhaps it did something, I can't really remember. And yes, overall affirmations, writing them 10 times. I need to find out and listen to her podcast again for how many days in a row she said. I think it was like a month. But I believe that 21 days is quite a good amount of time to get into your subconscious and create new habits. And that's what it's all about. It's about creating new habits to remind yourself of what you're capable of and that you are enough, while also it takes a long time, because if you've, like me, been sort of 33 years of telling yourself you're not good enough, you're just going to start to believe it. So it's going to take quite a while to undo that sort of damage. So hope this helps. This is actually much longer than I thought it would be. Hopefully you can hear me okay, and let me know if you try and do your 10 written affirmations as recommended by Liz Tran, and I'll put the links below and I'll upload this, and hope to see you soon. And yeah, waiting list for the Feel Good guide is available below, and if you want some free yoga for, and you're a snowboarder or a skier, I have some for free, and you can sign up for like wellness and mindset sort of habit related tips that I send by email as love letters, and you can sign up below. Thank you.